Welcome to Tete-a-Tete, a head-to-head conversation about how to get more bang for your buck when utilizing flower bulbs in your garden landscape. And now, celebrating their 125th year as a family business, here are your hosts, Brent Heath and Jay Hutchins.
Well, hey there, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to another edition of Tete-a-Tete, and we are here today to talk about some special things. But talking about special things, let's introduce Brent here. Brent, how are you?
I'm fine and dandy, thank you very much.
Good.
The Lord has blessed me.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, wake up every day. It's good to be alive, and good to watch the gardens changing.
And living in the land of the life worth living is what our county is called, and our gardens are awesome this year.
They really are. And, you know, for a while we didn't have any rain at all, and it got really dry, and things slowed down so much that we weren't even mowing the grass at all.
Wow.
But now we're getting that typical, you know, it's summer, it's 90-something, and you get those afternoon showers, and it's really changed things.
90% chance of humidity today. 90% percentage humidity today. So it's thick. The air is filled with moisture.
Yeah.
And we're getting intermittent showers, so we haven't had any deluge or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
But it's been great. And we could use a little more.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yep. So it's nice having it at intervals also and not a flood.
Yeah. So in your garden, what's going on right now? What's growing? What's looking good?
The lilies. Those Oriental trumpet hybrids are just so spectacular, and I didn't have a clue that they would grow as tall as they're growing. But I guess some of it has to do with how much compost I've amended my soil with. And the Scheherazade has probably 50 blooms on each stem.
Wow.
And the fragrance is incredible. The nectar on them is amazing. The hummingbirds are loving them, as are the bees and other pollinators. So yeah. It's glorious. And I've been cutting them, individual flowers, and floating them on water on those inexpensive trays that we can buy at Dollar General and others like that, and sharing them with people. People love having those flowers, and they last for a week floating on water.
Wow.
So it's
That's
awesome.
Beautiful. And big plug to Dollar General there. Hey, send us a check.
Well, what's the other one? There's several like Dollar General, too.
Yeah, there's a handful of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, Dollar General, if you want to send us a check, we'll take one. So, yeah, things are looking great in the gardens right now. You know, plants are happy. People are happy, even though it's a little humid out. But being outside, we even went out on the boat the other night, and it was so comfortable. Something must have happened. It cooled down. It dried out a little bit. It was a wonderful evening.
And the humidity has varied nicely.
Yeah, it really has.
But other things in the garden, the caladiums are beautiful, the elephant ears, the alocasias and colocacias. The gingers are just beginning to bloom.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so there's always something fun and interesting coming this time of the year.
Well, we've got some bulbs that are on sale this week. Today is July the 14th, by the way, for those of you listening. And through the next Sunday, we've got some bulbs that are on sale. But they're actually not just on sale, but they're pretty interesting bulbs. There's some things, some people may have heard of alliums, and they know what they are, but Nectaroscordum, maybe not so much. So can you let us know what kind of plants the alliums are?
Well, alliums are from nature, and in nature, of course, they're wildflowers. But they're wildflowers in Uzbekistan, Turkestan, Kazakhstan, some into Europe, and some actually here. But they are either onions, garlic, chives, or leeks, basically, and these are more flowering forms of these plants, and they've been developed into wonderful garden plants that typically are late spring, early summer, and then some last into longer, because some alliums are also perennial. Now, that's not the ones we're talking about. The alliums we're talking about are perennial, but some are perennial plants instead of bulbs. We're going to be talking about the bulbs.
And so these you mentioned late spring, early summer. So these are the ones you want to put in the garden when you want to bridge the two seasons together.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And they are wonderful, long-lasting flowers. They're very attractive to pollinators. They will have hordes of the different pollinators visiting them because they have quite good nectar and pollen available. And they are just really fun plants for your garden.
Good. Now, Nectaroscordum, is this a different sort of thing, or is it also an onion type of bulb as well?
I think it's in the same plant family. You know, plants have families, and the allium is in Alliaceae, I think. Periodically, there are these people called taxonomists, and I hope we're not having any listening today, and they're going to be annoyed with me, but they are the ones who give plants their names, and they direct the plant families that plants go into. But in any event, the Nectaroscordum is in the same plant family as alliums. It even has a stronger onion or garlic smell. And this feature of alliums makes them unattractive to critters who might want to eat them. It's just like people who eat a lot of garlic often have garlic breath, and people avoid them. Well, animals tend to avoid alliums. They're not absolutely critter-proof, but, boy, they are critter-resistant. And
so like if you were to grab an onion or a bulb of garlic, you probably wouldn't want to eat it, although you can eat it. So
and it would boost your immunity, build your biome, feed your biome with wonderful fiber.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure you want to go chomping into an allium or a Nectaroscordum anytime soon, or
Indeed.
It would be a pretty hideous taste in your mouth.
But the herbivores tend to avoid them.
Good. So pest resistant. Now, where do these things come from?
And actually, some are from high mountain deserts like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, the high mountain deserts in Asia.
Oh, wow.
So they're plants that can withstand very cold winters, so they're very cold tolerant, but they like hot, dry summers. So in our situation, in parts of the U.S. where they have those similar situations out west, they do beautifully. They're wonderful long-term perennials. In our East Coast, more humid, wet summer situations, we need to plant them where they have good drainage. So they like to sleep in a dry bed. So the bulbs like to, once the leaves have died, they like to stay on the dry side. So do not plant them where you have mindless irrigation, putting water on them all summer.
Okay.
With the heat and humidity, that can cause the bulbs to rot. And that's the largest chance of your losing the bulbs.
Okay.
So plant them where they have dry summers, where you have no irrigation, but elevate your beds also. Within Becky's garden, where we have heavy gray mottled clay with a high water table, she puts 6 inches of compost on top and puts the alliums on top of that, and then doesn't water them in the summer, and some come back better than others.
Okay. So a nice raised bed, maybe even a rock garden.
Indeed, rock gardens are ideal.
Okay. Perfect.
For the smaller ones in particular.
Now, I've seen these used in arrangements, and I've seen these used as decorations. So talk about both Allium and Nectaroscordum. How are they as cut flowers?
They're superb. They're long-lasting. They keep their color well, and they work beautifully, because they have long stems. If you want a tall arrangement, they fit into those nice globes, anywhere from the size of a basketball down to the size of a large shooter marble.
Okay.
But they're almost all, some are flat topped, but most are globe shaped. But the only drawback is that when you do cut them, they do have that onion smell.
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't like that so much. However,
now, how do you get
there's
rid
a
of that?
simple solution.
Okay.
The drop of Clorox in the water, which actually kills any bacteria in the water and keeps your water fresher in the flower arrangement. So a drop of Clorox in the water cuts the allium smell, and you don't notice it anymore.
How about that? I never knew that.
But then, if the alliums mature in your garden and begin to lose their color, or even before then, you can cut them and hang them upside down in a dark place and dry them. They make great dried flowers. So while the color is still good, dry them. However, if after they're in your garden and they begin to turn brown, well, you can cut them then, and you can spray paint them.
Oh.
And because they have a somewhat hollow stem, you can stick a piece of wire in it and then take them back out and stick them around your garden for the summertime.
Yeah.
You can plant them in all different colors. Now, alliums are predominantly blue, white, blue, purple, and some are pink. They're the predominant colors in the alliums.
Now, does that color maintain even after they've gone over?
No.
It browns
When
out.
they die, they
Okay.
all brown.
Okay.
So, but you can cut them while they still have the good color and dry them and make good dried flowers out of them that you can use anytime.
Yeah, I've seen some of these that were, picked and dried and then painted. I've seen some in Becky's garden, and I've even seen down in the bulb shop, they used them, they painted them holiday colors.
Okay.
And just kind of speared them right into the Christmas tree.
Well, isn't that neat?
Yeah, so you
Great
had
Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yep,
pretty neat.
it is
was
indeed.
awesome. So these are pretty widely usable, so you can enjoy them in the garden, you can enjoy them in an arrangement, and you can enjoy that
Year round.
almost year round. Yeah,
Yep.
So
So
get
great bang for your buck.
absolutely. But you can check out all of our alliums and nectaroscordums are on our website at BrentonBecky'sBulbs.com.
And the nectaroscordums do differ in that they have hanging bell-like flowers,
Okay.
and they're multicolored, the bells are.
Now, do they dry the same as an allium?
And
Will
you
it-
know, I wish I could tell you. I'm going to have
Okay.
to try that out and see. So the next time we talk about them, I hope I'll know.
All right, and I'll cut that part out. So yeah, very useful, very helpful in your garden as far as aesthetics. They're kind of a big splash or a little splash, but some of the little alliums still pack a big punch.
They do, and
Yeah.
they're great in a rock garden. Now, for planting, you want to plant them in the autumn, but when soil temperatures are below 60 degrees.
Okay.
So at 6 inches, or bulbs go 3 times their height deep.
Mm-hmm.
Alliums are great for deeper planting, and you want to plant them. You want to water after planting so that they root quickly before the ground freezes. But they're not as susceptible to freezing as daffodils. They are more like tulips, which you can plant later easier.
Okay.
And then water in the fall so they make roots, and then possibly water some in the spring, but do not water in the summer.
Right, because they're dormant and not utilizing that moisture at all.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right. So, and once their roots come out in the fall, that's when they're able to fight freezing temperatures.
That's correct,
Okay.
because their cell walls become somewhat elastic and they don't freeze.
Okay, cool. So again, really interesting bulbs, the alliums and the nectaroscordums. Go check them out on our website. They are on sale until Today's July 14th. I don't have what Sunday is in front of me, but they started today and will end on the next Sunday. Next week we'll have a new group come up, but go check those out online and grab them while they're cheaper.
Yeah, indeed, but also while they're still available.
Correct, right.
Because when Martha or somebody writes an article about them, they sell very quickly.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
They really, really do.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And I do have favorites, and those favorites in the catalog, we put a heart in behind the name of the favorite, and those are ones that have perennialized here better than others.
Okay.
You know, some of them are not as persistent in our 8B zone climate, but those that I do mark with hearts are I think the best of the best here.
Okay, great. Yep, check those out online, and that'll do it for today's discussion on Alliums and Nectaroscordums. Thank you so much for joining us today, Brent.
I've enjoyed it, and I enjoy helping people to have fun playing in their gardens.
Wonderful.
You know, they don't work at golf or tennis or cards, so they should play in their gardens also.
Absolutely. Everybody should. So get out in your garden, go play in the garden, and we've enjoyed having you here today, and we'll see you coming up soon on the next edition of Tête-à-Tête.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for joining us today on Tête-à-Tête. You can subscribe to this program by finding us on your favorite podcast platform, like iTunes, Spotify, and more. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search for Brent and Becky's. Until next time, let's get out there and make the world more beautiful. We'll see you next time on Tête-à-Tête.